What's going on, beautiful people? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, it's time for us to have this conversation about Mr. Tremaine Neverson, aka Trey Songz. So on December 31st, basketball player Dylan Gonzalez, beautiful young lady, used to play at University of Las Vegas. She puts out a tweet that reads, Trey Songz is a rapist. And then I'm paraphrasing here, but she said Trey Songz is a rapist for sure. But at this part, I'm paraphrasing. She said something about like, Lord forgive me, but I couldn't hold that in for another year, so on and so forth. And everybody on Twitter is taken back by it, like, damn, like, whoa, this is crazy, right? And people were reacting to it. And it's very interesting because over the last couple of years, Trey Songz does not have a favorable history with women at all. He's had a couple of women accuse him of sexual assault in the past couple of years. And so I'm a person, as a man, right? I've known that there have been men out here who have been falsely accused of rape time and time again, right? I also know that there are instances where women are accusing men of rape and people don't listen to them because that man is in a high position of power. They just think the girl is lying to get some money, so on and so forth. And basically the woman's accusations or allegations fall on deaf ears, right? So I've seen two sides of the coin be played out in the court of public opinion, in the world in general, right? I'm a person who doesn't believe that every allegation against a person is true. I'm a person who doesn't believe that just because a person says you did something does not make it true. Just because a person said you did something does not mean that you actually did it. However, I do believe that where there is some smoke, there is fire involved. Sometimes I believe that. And a lot of times, in a lot of instances, where there is some smoke, there is some fire. And let me just say this. As a Trey Songz fan, I've been a Trey Songz fan for years. Since Just Gotta Make It, right? Trey Songz was a dude, he could sing to me. He made out great music, put out great music. A lot of people feel like he can't sing that good live or whatever. Hey, that's debatable, whatever. But I like the music that he's put out for a long time. Trey was a ladies' man, got a lot of the girls. I was a dude that wanted to get all the girls when I was a young boy. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, that dude cool, man. All the girls like him. He could sing or whatever. And I saw his career start to blossom over the years. And let me just say this. In the past about 5 or 6 years, I've noticed a change in Trey Songz's demeanor, his behavior, so on and so forth. And again, I don't know Trey Songz. I'm not around him on a day-to-day basis. So I don't know if we're just seeing who he really is or who he's really been all along these last few years. But even in interviews, his energy seems to be off. Like in the last the last 5 or 6 years, I've noticed it a while back. He started to get aggressive and angry in interviews a lot. I remember he went on the Breakfast Club, and the man is swagging on the Breakfast. Like, what was it? Like, I want to say, 2016? A while ago. He went on the Breakfast Club. And I remember in an interview, he mumbling when he talked, barely want to talk. Like, seeming like he's just above during the interview. And he had been on the Breakfast Club plenty of times before that, and I ain't never see his energy come off like that at all. Right? And I don't remember them saying nothing bad about him at all recently or none of that. But he seemed real narcissistic. And in other interviews, he seemed real narcissistic as well. And in other interviews, I see him be a little aggressive. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Dude changing. This ain't Just Gotta Make It Trey Songz. This ain't I Can't Help But Wait Trey Songz at all. I'm watching the energy like, I don't know. I'm seeing a shift in his energy, in his energy, right? And then around that same time, a story from BB Rexha comes out. And BB Rexha, she's a singer. She talks about when she went to her attorney's, I believe her attorney's wedding. Trey Songz was a guest at the wedding. And Trey Songz brought a +1. He had a date. And at the time, I think Trey Songz giving her the eye, looking at her, so on and so forth. And at some point, her and Trey Songz are in a situation where they're alone. Like they walk into a room. She comes around the corner. Trey Songz pushes her up against the wall. Allegedly, she says Trey Songz pushes her up against the wall and kisses her and tell her, "Let's do this." Right? I'm scratching my head like, hey, that's weird, fam. That's weird. That's real strange. That's weird. What the hell is going on with him, right? And then right after that, Keke Palmer comes out and says that she was in a situation where Trey Songz, she's at a party with Trey, and she's under the influence. Trey trying to get her to be in the video. She's telling everybody, I don't want to be in the video. She's telling the producer, so on and so forth. She didn't want to be in the video. Trey trying to convince her to be in the video. She feels like some sexual intimidation in the midst of it. You know what I mean? And she never really got specific about the sexual intimidation, because I really feel like Kiki didn't really want to throw him under the bus or talk bad on his name. You know what I mean? But she basically made a scenario like sometime when you get older and some dudes be like, you ain't no little girl now. You can get it now. So on and so forth. Some of those, like I'm paraphrasing, but along those lines. And then Trey Songz basically put her in the video anyway, the music video anyway, and doesn't honor her request to not be in the video. And she is livid about it. You know what I mean? And felt like she was backed into a corner. She went and hid in a closet at the party because she didn't want to be filmed, and she didn't want to have that confrontation about why she didn't want to be filmed and people trying to go back and forth and convince her or whatever. And she just talked about how uncomfortable she felt even in Trey's presence at the time, right? And let me just say this, right? Kiki doesn't come off to me like a clout chasing girl. She's very fun and silly and all of that, but I never get the energy that she trying to like lie on somebody. She trying to like just throw dirt on somebody's name just to be spiteful. I don't ever get that energy from Kiki, man. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Kiki right up the street from Robbins, right? Now, just because she's from the same hometown as me does not mean automatically she's a good person. But Kiki always seemed to be like a grounded woman. You know what I mean? So when she came up with these allegations, and she seemed really hurt by it in the interviews, discussing it on a Breakfast Club, discussing it on Larry King, she seemed really hurt and bothered, like something, like it really, really hurt her. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was something that really made her uncomfortable. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Trey do. And it's around the same time I'm seeing Trey's energy shift to being real narcissistic, real snark, real, you know, just real like arrogant almost, and real like angry. And I don't know, man. And again, I wasn't there for them situations with the other, I think like 2 other women outside of Dylan Gonzalez accused him of sexual assault recently or over the years, right? And I don't know what happened. I don't know if he did or didn't do it. But you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just I know I've seen a difference in his behavior, getting into it a whole lot. He acting different. And again, we don't know, man. People change. But I don't know, man. It's like something tell me like Trey might be a little in the situation I just said about BB Rexha. He seemed like he might be doing a whole lot in certain situations with women, or feeling himself a whole lot, right? Now again, I'm not gonna call him no rapist. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I just know like his energy seemed like he just thinking more of himself than what he is at certain times, right? His energy seemed to be a little off to me, right? And it's the thing too. A lot of dudes like Trey that's used to getting a whole lot of women, girls fall at his feet. Do whatever he want them to do. He know that. He done been getting women for a long time in this industry, right? So dudes, and I've experienced this in school. I don't know if Trey is like this or not, but I'm just telling you like certain anecdotes. I've been in school with dudes that was real popular or whatever. That girls was like all at their heels. And because a lot of girls at their heels, they think every girl's supposed to be at their heels. And if they not, they think it's no situation where a woman doesn't want them. I've seen dudes like that. They got girls and think ain't no way in the world a woman don't want him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that happen. And when a woman don't want them, they ready to have a fit. They ready to go crazy, ready to go off, call a girl all out her name, talk about her, try to like even clown her sexually, even though he ain't even been with the woman sexually, in order to downplay her to feel bad enough to where she'll give in, right? I've seen these instances occur with dudes that's like for real. And when I was a young boy in the high school setting, even at times when we was in college, I've seen certain situations like that. Like dudes used to getting girls, and when they can't get this one girl, she every name in the book because he can't get her or whatever, or try to use certain intimidation to talk about, oh, you probably whack anyway, your shit probably dry anyway. Like I've seen dudes say that type of stuff to try to coerce the girl into feeling bad to have sex with him. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them type of situations. So I'm not saying Trey did it, but I just like the same arrogant or narcissistic demeanor I saw in Trey in those interviews is the same energy that I saw from them dudes in school that was trying to pull them type of antics, right? So I think Trey, I don't know what he like. I'm a fan of Trey Songz music. I remember when Ready dropped. When that Ready album dropped, Shit, man, it was in every girl house or every girl car in the hood, everywhere. It was all over the hood. That panty dropping intro. I remember that I was a big Trey fan for the longest of his music. And I ain't heard a lot of his music recently, but I mean, Trey make amazing music to me. You know what I mean? Great music for when you vibing with a lady, party songs, all of that. Dude had a lot of great music. But I don't know, man. I just know I've seen a shift in his behavior over the last 5 to 6 years for real. And I don't know if it was the fact that the success of certain fame of certain albums after he got started getting to a certain level, a certain pinnacle, he started to shift or what. I don't know, but I can tell you I see it. And again, when he was at the top for a very long time, and again he still used to girls swooning at him everywhere he go. So I don't know. It could be a situation where you feel like he's supposed to get every girl he won't, and if he can't get it, it's a problem. Or, I don't know. But I can tell you, I've seen a shift in his behavior to where his energy seems to be off. Now, that don't mean he raped these women. I don't know. We wasn't there. But again, certain stories I'm hearing, I don't think Kiki would just jump out the window like that. Now, Kiki also didn't do herself any favors when she tried to say, oh, don't come at my boy R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? She did kind of like make her story. She didn't make her story. She kind of like, when she was basically saying how people need to listen to black women when they speak up, she did have people scratching her head when she said basically was like, don't get on my boy Kels. But that situation has nothing to do with her situation. I just know I ain't never seen Kiki so vocal and so hurt about a situation until then. So I knew something had to be going on. But I don't know, man. I think Trey he probably do got a problem, man. He probably do got a problem that he needs to fix or whatever. Or he probably do a whole lot when it come to women. Way too much. And he need to tone his shit down a whole nother level. Because dudes that used to getting girls, it should be way through the roof. They don't know how to turn it down. He one of them.